Now, some odd news that kind of came out of nowhere was Disney has announced that they're delaying a crap ton of their titles, which include almost all the Marvel movies, and Indiana Jones 5 has been pushed back almost a full year. Now, I thought we were done with delays, but apparently not. So let's look at a full rundown of the delays, shall we?
Do
Um,
it.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was originally supposed to come out March 25th, is now coming out May 6th. Thor Love and Thunder was May 6th and is now pushed back to July 8th. Black Panther from July 8th to November 11th. And The Marvels has been postponed to early 2023. And Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania has been bumped from February 17th to July 28th, 2023. And Indiana
Yeah.
Jones has moved from June of next year to July of 2023. So it almost feels like everything's getting slotted down one movie slot. Like everything gets
Yeah.
shifted down.
Well,
And I
at this
don't
time.
frankly know why. The box office has been improving.
Hmm.
Halloween Kills demonstrated that by absolutely just killing at the box office, $50.4 million,
Which
despite
is
the
way more than what you and I thought it
yeah.
was
I
gonna
thought
make.
the Peacock at home viewing would kill it because apparently
Hmm.
1.25 million people watched it at home, which is still also
Wow.
impressive. But yeah, Halloween Kills did well. Shang-Chi did well. Eternals is doing really, really well with pre-ticket sales, so you never know. This is an odd decision. Now, there's some DC fans out there. I'm not one of them saying this, but there's some people out there going, they're moving away from Batman because they're scared of Batman's box office. I'm going, Marvel's not afraid of anybody.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah.
as much
Like,
as we're
no
looking forward to
way.
the Batman, like, I don't think that's the factor. I'm
This
trying
is
to figure out
Marvel,
what it
man.
is.
Yeah, that's such a dumb, nearsighted thing to say. Like at this point, Marvel can almost guarantee 80 million every movie. Almost
Opening
every
weekend, you mean?
opening weekend, yeah. Like almost guaranteed every time. Um, so that's a little. I'll never understand the DC versus Marvel thing. Like we can enjoy both, guys. It's fine. Um, yeah, it's weird. I can't put my finger on what would cause it to move it down. Conspiracy theory maybe that they have a movie that's done and they're gonna put it in that slot to get it over with. But that's all I can think of that would
I don't
really make
know.
any kind of sense.
But then you would need to do advertising. So we're basically going to go from Spider-Man No Way Home in December to that new, was it May release date? May or July for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we're going to be go several months without a MCU movie. I just don't get the rationale for this one. And it could be just a matter of since the pandemic has delayed so many things, more and more movies are delayed till 2022, and it's making 2022 very crowded, and so you're just
Yeah,
kind of feeling some
maybe.
of the after effects. Like, looking back on it now, Fast and Furious' decision to delay a whole year when the pandemic first hit, or Jurassic World 3's decision to move it all the way to 2022 makes a lot of sense in hindsight.
Yeah,
So maybe they think I don't know. Maybe they just don't think the box office is 100% there yet. Um,
I
I
don't know.
I don't know what it is, but because it's my brain, my thought immediately went to okay, if all these movies that we know are coming are getting delayed by a couple slots, what you're saying is there's a chance we could get Fantastic Four in 2024,
Oh, stop! Don't do that to me. And release it on March
July
4th.
4th weekend.
Yeah, July 4th. July 4th. 4/4/24 comes the four. Like that's just too good. That's too good to pass up. There's literally not going to be an opportunity to do that. Like for another what is it? Century? Decade?
Or
Decade.
decade.
Decade. No, another century. No, yeah. It's weird. I think the idea that they're just seeing how crowded it could get in 2022 and just moving everything down a little bit. If that's the case, like hindsight's 2020, so maybe this all makes sense once we get yeah, that's so weird. Hindsight's 2020, and it's like we're in 2021. That's so weird. But yeah, who knows? It's
Also,
not as weird as some of the other stuff coming out of Marvel right now.
what's also weird, and it's kind of going under a lot of mainstream headlines, is because everyone's talking about the delays. They're not talking about the two movies that just magically vanished because two movies got pulled from Marvel's schedule
Which
of
is
they were untitled Marvel projects, but
oh,
like
okay.
two of the slots that we talked about a few weeks ago coming out in 2023 are just not on the calendar anymore. So whether
Hmm.
those got basically just scrapped entirely, whether they're now going to be Disney Plus releases, whatever's happening there, for some reason, two Marvel movies are just falling off the map now. And I think that's kind of bizarre. So Kevin Feige did address this. He's just like, it's just for some production stuff. This all just seems kind of fishy to me, but I don't know what about it smells fishy. It's just something
Yeah,
smells off about it. Not like
yeah,
Samoa Joe dropping the title, quote unquote, dropping the title because he's injured, right? When there's a rebrand type of fishy, but like something about this sounds off, but I can't really put my finger on what.
it's like that video that you and I watched about. Oh, geez, it's the filmmaker that has a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Um,
David F. Sandberg.
Yeah, his video about test screenings, about how like somebody can come to you and say, "I didn't like this scene," but you can't tell if it's because the scene is poorly written or because the character that dies in the scene and they have an emotional reaction to that. So it's like, well, they know something's wrong, but they don't know what's wrong. So it's yeah, it'll be interesting, to say the least. Who knows?